Santiago,
Chile.
Chile. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. And Nisita, how are you today?
Hi, teacher. Fine, thank you. I,
Excellent. You're from Venezuela, right? Or where were you
yes.
from? Did I get it right?
I'm from Bogota, Colombia.
Colombia. Okay. Bogota. Okay. Okay. And then we have the last person. What is your name? Vinicius. And where are you from, Vinicius?
Hello, teacher. I'm from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Brazil. Okay. So we have Carlos from Honduras, David from Spain, Leandro from uh, Chile, Nisita from Colombia, and then Vinicius from Brazil. Awesome. Awesome. Welcome, everyone. And this class, again, is a fluency practice class where will have the chance to practice talking about specific issues. And and depending on you, how long we talk about these issues. So if you hear somebody say something that you find interesting and want to respond to, please respond. Of course, don't interrupt, but you are welcome to respond to that person. Okay. So first of all, we're going to look at modals of probability. We have must. If you use the word must, you are 100% sure that something will happen. If you use might or may, that is used to express an opinion that something might happen. If you use could, that is used to express a possibility, which is one of many. And then if you use the word can't, you are 100% sure that something will not happen. So this is a probability would be a percentage of something happening. Okay. So the first question I have for you all today is, what would happen if marijuana was legal everywhere in the world? So right now it's legal. Do you guys know where it's legal right now? It's legal in 2 states in the U.S., Canada and one state in Colorado. Does anybody know anywhere else that it is legal?
In Uruguay is legal.
So it's legal in Uruguay. Okay, and
Yeah.
anywhere else? Is it legal in Holland, or is that just a spot? Hello, Greg, and hello, Jonathan. How are you both?
Hi, I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
Nice to see you. Doing well. I'm at the tail end of a cold, so my voice is starting to come back, but sometimes it has problems.
No, it's
So
fine. I can understand.
yeah, good. A few days ago it was hard for people to understand. So, and hello, Jonathan. And remind me,
Well,
Jonathan, you are from Colombia, right?
yes, you're right.
Oh,
How are
got it.
you
All right.
today?
Very good, very good. So, we're trying to think of right now all the places that marijuana is legal. Right now we have Colorado, Washington State, and
Uruguay.
Uruguay. Can you guys think of anywhere else?
No, I think that those are
The
the
only
countries
place.
that I know.
Okay.
I think in Jamaica, no?
Is it Jamaica? I know that there's a lot of places that marijuana people just turn a blind eye to. You guys know that phrase, idiom? It's to turn a blind eye, which means that it is done. People smoke marijuana, and the authorities just don't pretend like they don't see it. They just turn a blind eye. They just don't see it. And I've heard that that's how it is in Holland, for example. So, okay, so what would happen, in your opinions? I'm just going to make a list here. What would happen if marijuana was legal everywhere in the world, in your opinions? Let's start with Carlos. What do you think?
Um, I think if if laws are thinking in a thinking well,
Uh-huh.
we cannot, other people cannot problem.
Hmm.
For example, if there are people that use marijuana to deal with
Sickness. Hmm.
sickness, no, I think there
Uh-huh.
is not a problem.
Hello.
Teacher, can you hear me? Oh,
I'm sorry, I lost
I
you for a
think
second.
there's not a problem.
Okay, so there would be no problems.
Okay.
There would be no problems if marijuana was legal in the world. There would be fewer problems, maybe.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. And David, what is your opinion?
I think that probably everyone would be happier, and everyone would see the life in another way. But I think that if everyone starts to smoke marijuana, I think that the world will stop in one moment.
The world will change as we know it?
Yes, because I think perhaps some of us I how to say, I tried marijuana when I was young,
Uh-huh.
and I think it was the moment for trying it, but I can't think about smoke marijuana now because now I am 42, and I think I tried it when I was 20 years old.
So you can't imagine doing it now?
No, you can try things when you are young, but when you are growing up, you have to think about it, and you have to stop something that you do. I think.
Okay. And Greg, what is your opinion? What would happen if marijuana was legal everywhere in the world?
From the government perspective, for them that will be another chance to impose taxes on, this, we can call it legal drug, if that will happen in the future. But I am quite skeptical about the future consequences of this kind of decision, because some people will try to think about marijuana like something legal, and unfortunately for many of them, that could be one of the first steps for more serious drugs. Personally, I tried marijuana, but at the front of me there was a cross with the Jesus Christ, so there's only one,
Yeah.
But I tried only once and never did it again.
Yeah.
And I saw people who tried and became addicted. There's always I don't know how to point out if this is a majority or minority, but it will be a higher risk for many of we will say people who use it to make the third step for something more serious than they ever think about it before. they
Mhm.
try it.
Yeah. Well, they call a lot of people will call marijuana a gateway drug. And a gateway drug, you start with marijuana and then you move on to others.
Actually,
Other kinds of-
I am quite pessimistic because in our society, every society, there are a group
Mhm.
of people who they can try once, two, maybe several more, and there are people who try once and they know they will never want to,
Do it
um,
again.
actually not do it
Yeah.
again because they want to do it once again, they cannot stop, and they
Uh-huh.
for them just like another world for that that could be a chance for them to just use it
Mhm.
as frequently as they can.
Uh-huh. So it would give them the reason. Yeah, I mean, it's what you're describing, Greg, is the reason I don't drink alcohol hardly at all, because a lot of people have either addictive personalities, um, or just an addictive characteristic in the family. And I would be scared to try it just for that reason. I think I would like it too much. Like I like alcohol, which is the reason I don't drink it.
Yeah, the last
So,
sentence. I think that people just don't know
mhm,
too much about themselves.
mhm,
That is
mhm,
risky for them.
mhm. Okay, Jonathan, what is your opinion? What would happen if marijuana was legal everywhere in the world?
I think two main things would happen. I am going to say one good thing
Uh-huh.
and one bad thing. The
Okay.
good thing is that probably the drug traffickants would disappear, and because they wouldn't have what to work with, because the marijuana would get cheaper than they want it to be. And the bad thing is that if this happened, for example, today, we would have a very sick population around the world in about 15 years, in average.
Uh-huh. It's because of addiction, like what Greg just said, addiction will be on the rise.
Yes, and
Mhm.
that kind of drugs make people be sick and make them be even I don't know how to say it. What's the
Mhm.
antonym of fat?
The what is the what?
The antonym of fat.
Antonym of fat would be thin.
Yes, the people get thin and
That's
it
true.
carries on many health problems.
Yeah, they would probably get too. Addiction would be on the rise, and health would be reduced. People would stop, and people would not be as healthy. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, Leandro, what do you think? What is your opinion?
I think it will wait. It will be great. Yeah. But,
Life will be great.
well, seriously, I think it could be useful for many people. But to make some change of this size is very complex for any country. So I think it has to have so many rules and so many laws regarding that. But I think it could be a very good advance for this. I don't know the whole world. So actually, here in Chile, there is some kind of organization where the marijuana was allowed for only for medical purposes. So I think it's a very good advance regarding this drug. I think it can be a gateway to another drugs, but also it could be, like we saw in the previous slide, it could be, it's an option of many. So I think it's like the alcohol or the tobacco or the cigarette.
True. I think that a lot of people consider it very similar to that. Yes, thank you. All right. Nasita, what is your opinion? What would happen if marijuana was legal everywhere in the world?
I think so will be very dangerous for families.
Okay.
For the young people that can be control of her. ¿Cómo se diría consumir?
Use.
Consume.
Okay, thank you. They can be able to consume a little quantity.
And
I think so, and I know too much people who have her sons and daughters in jail. Because frequently they will be a thief. They rob her own family. Either they are violent with her friends. For example, I know some stories that the boy kills her boyfriend. And something like that, because they are control his actions. Yeah, I think it was very dangerous.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And Val, welcome. Val, where are you from first?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil, awesome. Okay. And Val, what do you think? What would happen if marijuana was legal everywhere in the world?
Well, I guess I'm a very liberal person. So I guess it would decrease criminality.
Okay, so instead of criminality, we would say it would decrease crime.
Crime, okay. And I think of that because currently marijuana is in the hands of drug dealers, and it isn't profitable to the state at all. Users don't pay taxes, police gets overloaded, and criminals are the only ones to get benefited of all of this.
Yeah. I actually saw a documentary 2 weeks ago about basically saying very similar that that the U.S. government actually helps the drug dealers. I mean, I don't know if it's true, but they said that the U.S. government helps the drug dealers down in South America because it helps the economy or something like that. It was really weird. I was like, oh, okay. If that's true, I don't know if it is.
Nothing is rules is right. Everything's a mess.
Yeah. So, all right. And is it Vinicius? Vinicius, what do you think?
In my opinion, marijuana can be for medical use. Otherwise, we have more addiction, and it will be terrible.
So it should be for medical use only. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Now, thank you everyone for your opinions. There's a lot of different things. It's kind of interesting watching here in the U.S. It is one of the issues, and it's going to be on the ballot during the next election in a lot of different states, whether marijuana should be legal or illegal, and everyone has their opinion. So it's a hot topic in the U.S., and I believe it's a hot topic in many of your countries as well. So now let's go to another topic that may or may not be hot. I don't know. Bear with me a moment while I move that. What would happen if all babies were born in test tubes? So let's start with Jonathan. What do you think? What would happen if all babies were born in test tubes?
I think I'm not sure what test tubes mean.
This test tube right here. So you can't really be born in the test tube, but basically, they're basically all babies are not in the mother's tummy anymore. They have it in the babies are in a laboratory.
Okay, I understand. I think it shouldn't be all babies, but if this happened, I think it wouldn't be a problem because that's not interfering in so much in humans' life. Maybe women would have more time to enjoy during their fake pregnancy, or I don't know. That's the only cause I see it to if that happened.
Okay, so maybe if that were to happen, maybe women would have more time to enjoy life. One of the it's interesting. My sister had her and her husband they adopted their children, and she said that she felt like she was paper pregnant.
More or less.
So a lot of ladies who end up not giving birth to their children, they might be paper pregnant. So which is it's kind of funny. So all right, Leandro, what do you think will happen?
I don't know so much these topics, so I think it's a very good option for that people that wants to be sure about the good health for their babies. I don't know, to ensure the health to the I don't know genetic of the babies will be right or will be okay. But also, in the other hand, these families or the women lost every stage of the
pregnancy.
All the feelings, all the experience of the growing of the baby in her. I don't know the how is the La panza.
Oh, I think what you're saying is women. I need to say women. Women would lose. Women would lose their ability to bond during the pregnancy. Bond, I think, is the word you're thinking of.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're trying to say. All right. All right. So you didn't have much to say, but then you did, Leandro. Very good. So awesome. Welcome, Ana Carolina. Welcome. Welcome back. All right.
Thank you.
All right. And Greg, what is your opinion on this? What would happen if all babies were born in test tubes?
Well, that depends. I don't have a strong opinion about it, but the topic is, I think, quite really connected to the things like that the person, the kid, will have, because I heard about it. I didn't read too much about it. Like 3 parents, which is quite confusing.
So,
yeah.
3 parents?
Yeah, something like that. Because I know that in the UK, they try to, interfere in this process. So I think if someone cannot have a kid, cannot imagine a situation that it will be the only way to have a kid, and I think the adoption will be a better way.
Yeah. Okay.
But maybe, because it's not really. It's quite new. It's not the old thing. It's quite new thing. I think the first kid it was 30 years ago or something.
Yeah.
And personally, I am not really, too optimistic about this kind of methods. I think everything should be more natural.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And let's see, Nasida, what is your opinion?
Okay, I disagree with the question because the question says that all babies were born, and I think that the woman can be able to do. She has to do it because she have an excellent bond with her son, and it's something very special that she can lose, and it's not necessary. And so that is a good way to the women who can be pregnant. I expect to have a friend that I'll try all that ways, but she can be pregnant, and I feel or I be accompanied on this situation that is very hard for her.
So this would help infertility issues, but not good for all babies. Babies and mothers. Okay. So infertility, if this is new for you, that is if you have friends or family who have trouble conceiving or having a baby, the word that they use is infertility. And infertility, and I just spelled it wrong, so that's the correct spelling. But yeah, so if you have infertility issues, that is the word. Okay, thank you. All right, and next person, David, talk to us. What is your opinion on this?
I think that perhaps we would choose everything about our babies, and the world will be very boring, because I think, for example, there won't be ugly people in the world, and perhaps you could order your babies online. You could buy babies, because if a laboratory can make the baby, perhaps you can go to a website and choose your baby. I want a baby, a female, blonde, blue eyes, and you can choose all the characteristics. But I think it would be a crazy world. Hello?
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Oh, okay. I muted myself probably to cough and forgot. So, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah. I was just saying. Imagine ordering a baby online. I hope that life never comes to that. So, babies should be surprises. It's amazing what we can see though in 3D with the 3D different ultrasound and stuff like that nowadays. But anyway, let's see, where are we at? Val, what is your opinion?
Well, I'm not sure. It not seems likely for me that happens. I guess it's an option for parents who can have babies on the traditional way, but I don't believe humanity will say something like, let's forget sex and use labs to reproduction.
Yeah, I can't see it happening either.
You don't have to do that.
So
that was actually like last time I taught this class, it was a group of like 4 guys, and their response was nobody would have sex anymore.
Yeah, it seems to me like that movie named in Brazil we named it Garaca. I don't know how to say that.
And what was it about?
It's about the future, and humanity is all about labs. So they have genetic tests to someone to pick a job and see if that person is able to get the job or not.
Oh, wow.
Couples marry each other through genetic tests. It's crazy. I'm going to send you the link to IMDb.
Yeah, that would be interesting if you can find it, because that might be something I find on Netflix or something to watch. Thank you. Yeah. Carlos, what is your opinion? What would happen if all babies were born in test tubes, or basically in a laboratory? I'm gonna change that.
It would be interesting to make make children with health, with strength, health, with characteristics, but it wouldn't be interesting because the same genetic characteristic could be bad for the biodiversity genetic.
Yeah. So basically, I think that's what David said as well, that you would basically have no diversity, or very little diversity, because everybody would be choosing perfection. And so...
Okay, let's forget sex. Let's use perfection.
Yeah. All right. And thank you. And Vicencio, I can't say your name right. What is it? Vinicius. How do I say your name?
Vinicius.
Vinicius. Okay, what is your opinion on this topic?
This is a polemic, but sometimes it will be necessary. For example, the family would like to have a boy. The technology should be helping the family.
Okay, so you can choose the gender of the baby, which it would be good for families that want specific situations. Okay, thank you. And Ana Carolina, what is your opinion about this?
Okay. First off, I am against fertilization clinic because they throw away all embryos. They have to fertilize more than one egg, and then to put it in the woman womb to see if they will fix there. They would fix there. So a lot of fertilized eggs die. And some of them they keep on the fridge in liquid in nitrogen. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to pronounce. And they throw away, you know, and no one knows what to do with the embryos, and they are already alive. And also, if you could choose the gender or the characteristics, people would lose the diversity in the world and things like that. But there are some benefits. I can see some drawbacks, but also some benefits. We could avoid syndromes, genetic disease, and things like that. But if I could wait. I'm sorry, wait. The pros and the cons. My gosh, there are more drawbacks than benefits.
I think everybody agrees with that. I think. So I don't know, but avoiding genetic diseases, I think, is one good thing about having science involved in fertility. But I agree with you that there's more drawbacks than good things. So, all right. So let's go to another topic. Swing over to what would happen if scientists found life on other planets. So let's start with you, Vinicius. What do you think? If science found life on other planets, what is your opinion? Hello, Vinicius? Vinicius? Okay.
Yes.
What do you think?
It would be fine because we can explore the exchange the information or lifestyle in other planets.
Okay. Yeah. So we would have an exchange of information.
Holly's gone.
Holly, are you there?
I think she has problems with her connection.
And how did you know that she had left?
Okay, so while you're gonna
Let's carry on.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Do you guys still see everything? My internet, I accidentally. Anyway, yeah. And I guess you guys probably didn't even hear my response because I said that's awesome. Do you still see the PowerPoint slide? Hello?
If we can see what?
Do you see the slide? What would happen? Okay, good.
Yeah, we can see it.
Holly? Who is supposed to answer, Holly?
So she has internet problems.
She has gone with aliens from other planets.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Holly. Let's carry on, guys.
Well, what do you think about the aliens?
I would be afraid of them. And you?
I think we could share or exchange information like Vinicius said, but also we can exchange marijuana.
And why? Why do you think they would be willing to exchange information? She dropped it now.
I also think that it would be good because we could learn a lot from them and they could learn a lot from us.
But why do you think they would be intelligent?
I think at the beginning the scientists wouldn't find any intelligent life, but after some years they would.
Holly, can you hear now?
Thank you. I'm sorry about that. Did you guys continue the conversation?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. At first it kicked me out with my voice, and then it kicked me out completely, and then it wouldn't let me in because I was still technically in. So it was. I don't know if you guys have experienced that or not, but anyway.
Probably because there is a limit of people in.
Yep.
But Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So it because they still saw me as in, I had to wait. So yeah. All right. So what did you guys come up with while I was gone? So I had exchange of information between planets. What else was said? Anyone?
Someone says that we could share our marijuana with the aliens.
And our test tube technology. Yeah, that's a good one.
It wasn't me. You're kidding.
And our test tube, for procreation. That's a good one. Okay. Did you guys know that the word aliens is used when it comes to other people from other planets, but also it's used for foreigners? So if you guys came to the United States and you stayed past your visa, you would be considered an illegal alien. Did you all know that?
No, I didn't know it.
Yeah, so it's used for not just for people from outer space, but also for people from outer space. For aliens, it's also used for foreigners. So it's a pretty funny. So if I went to your country, you could call me an alien. So, all right. So next one. Does anybody? Anna Carolina, what do you think?
I believe people wouldn't be prepared to oh my gosh, to receive this kind of news. Some people would become desperate. Okay,
so,
and the scientists would be very excited about it, and but I'm not sure if we would exchange information, because I don't know if the aliens would be intelligent or similar to us or something like that. Or if we would be able to communicate with them.
Yeah, and what I was thinking was there might not be an exchange of information first. There might be an exchange of military might or whatever, power or whatever. So, Carlos, what is your opinion? What would happen if scientists found life on other planets?
I think it would be interesting to know about the world, about the galaxies or Okay, and I think we might founding other life in the next 50 years.
You think so? I hope so. I hope before I die, personally.
And we are not alone in this universe. Okay?
I hope not.
I think that.
I'm a huge Trekkie though, so I want it to be like Star Trek with Romulans and Klingons and the whole thing. So, David, you've written something. If they arrive here in their big spaceships, perhaps we should think about looking for another place to live. Is that what you really think, David?
Yes, I prefer that scientists find life, but this life I prefer to be far away from here, because that you say always we start to shoot to the strange things, and if the aliens arrive here with these huge spaceships and we start to try to fight against them with our little armies, I think perhaps they will be angry, and we have to run away.
Have to move.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Val, what is your opinion? What would happen if scientists found life on other planets?
Well, I guess it would be amazing. But sometimes I guess we idealize find life on another planets. I guess it would be like find a very small bacteria, not an island.
Okay. So the life might be just a small bacteria.
Yes, I guess sometimes we superestimate this.
Okay.
But it would be amazing to find it in the whole universe that is so big. Find something so small, like ourselves are.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Val. And Nisita, what is your opinion? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Nisita.
Nisita, are you there? Maybe she's not. So, Leandro, what is your opinion?
I think it will be great. It will be a very good opportunity to exchange information, to exchange the cultures, to share our marijuana, like David said. To exchange, I don't know, everything. I wonder how the alien women are. And also, I think that Berlin will have to teach this new alien language.
The what would have to? Oh yes, that's true. Berlin would have to start teaching another alien language, not just English. You don't think English will be dominating the universe like in Star Trek?
I don't know. If the aliens speak Spanish, it would be great.
Yeah. Well, Spanish is the second. Actually, as far as languages, isn't Spanish spoken more than English around the world as a native language?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
No, I think the English is the first in the world, and the second is the Spanish.
English is a first for a native language? Because I know it's a first for a second language.
Oh, native. I know. About native, I do not know anything.
Yeah, I know it's first for a second language, but I'm thinking for native language we are not the top. I think it's Spanish or Chinese. Is Chinese the first, David? Okay. Chinese, yeah, Chinese is the first, and I think Spanish is the second. So, and English is up there, but not that far. So, Greg, what do you think? If scientists found, what would happen if scientists found life on other planets?
Firstly, it will ruin many theories, especially religious theories about life on the other planets. And there's a lot of thinking about exchanging information. So, for example, if someone will discover, because we don't think about, I don't think about the aliens. I think about some kind of form of life, and that could be very primitive form of life, because we can, build ships and construct ships and send them to other planets. But actually, we didn't see similar exchange from the other planets. So if there is life, maybe it won't be so interesting. Maybe that will be a simple organism.
Yeah,
very small or very primitive. Not because I think the whole thing with the Hollywood movies is that they think that the aliens will be far more advanced than we are, but maybe realistically thinking, we stop, dreaming about it. Maybe we'll be more advanced than the aliens or other forms of life.
Yeah, very similar to what Val said, is possibly that form of life that we find is a small thing of bacteria, and that will maybe evolve into something more, but we might be the top dogs.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say if you guys know this word, top dogs. That's basically the leaders. So continue, Greg.
Just one small thing, because scientists are very excited if they discover that there is some kind of water, liquids, or atmosphere that helps to other forms exist, but there is no proof. So I don't. Yes, it would actually can confirm that maybe there won't be too much exciting news about other forms of life.
And then we'll probably stop looking at the stars and start surveying the ocean to find some other form of life. So
yeah, I remember that when they discovered dinosaurs, I find out why we have so many legends about dragons, because in China I think they dig up so deep that they discover some kind of bones of dinosaurs, and that were the beginning of about the legends about dragons. So I think that people like to dream.
Yeah. All right. And Jonathan, what is your your opinion? Last person, last thing to say. Any opinion here?
I think we wouldn't have the ability to communicate them, because they would be so far away, because scientists have been looking for life in other planets many years ago, and they can see far away.
All right.
So I think it would be a hard task to communicate with them.
All right. Right. All right. Well, thank you everyone for your participation. I hope you got a chance to practice speaking, and I hope to see you all in another class sometime. We had other topics too. Computers replace teachers. But anyway, I'll see you again. Thank you all very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
See you, Holly.